transition. Why,
But
hello, everyone! Welcome,
yay!
welcome, Wayward Gamers, to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as the Neopet3 on the socials, and welcome to our Pathfinder 2E actual play of the Legends of the Natural Ones. And as you can see, there's a lot of us today. This marks the first time we have had 5 players, some returning, some being here. We are overjoyed with this many groups, and we're gonna have some fun. Chaotic fun, I think, but we're gonna have some fun. But before we jump in, let us go around because it's been a month. It's been a little while. We've had some cons and some stuff. So let us introduce our wonderful and awesome players, and we're gonna
Some
start
pros and
up in the
cons.
corner. Carrie, who are you and who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Carrie. I'm so excited to be here with quite the full house. I play Brynn. She is our misanthropic half elf, and we're just rocking and rolling and telling secrets and having a good old time.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Uh, Jim, how are you?
I'm good and glad to see Josh and Robo back with us.
Yes, welcome.
Um, so I'm Jim Hawkmere1 on Twitter and everywhere else, and I'm playing our resident grumpy old man dad dwarf Glastoc Steelcloak.
Grumpy but happy.
And no,
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
no.
Sometimes. Thank you, Jim. And again, one of our wonderful returning players, Joshua. Thank you so much. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great. I'm so excited to be back with the natural ones and just here with wonderful, amazing people. I am playing Talico, the urban elf instead of forest elf, urban druid, uh, and bounty hunter of the group.
That's a good I would say definition, I think. So, 'cause, you might need some help searching for some stuff right now or coming up soon. Yeah. Thank you so much. Robo, thank you for being here. How are you, sir? It has been a while, but welcome back.
It's me, RoboGoblin. I forgot. I just blanked. I
Resetting,
am
resetting.
RoboGoblin. Resetting. Um, I am playing Goblin or Galvanax, and now I am Automaton Ranger. Isn't that
Nice.
cool? That's pretty cool. I think
Yes.
that's pretty.
You still have all the wonderful gadgets. The little conversion that we did with the timey wimey stuff. But thank you so much for joining us. I am looking forward to all the shenanigans that Robo shares and just the sweetness of Robo.
Oh, yes.
And last but never least, Jeff. Sir, how are you doing?
I am very good. Thank you so much, Jay. I am Jeff. I play Aviro Starborn. He's our high elf wizard slash coward slash know-it-all. And he's going to meet some people for the first time. Or a person
Oh
for the first time. He's going to
boy.
meet somebody for the first time. It's very exciting to be able to play with Joshua again and with Robo for the first time. And of course with Carrie and Jim and Jay. So I'm ready to get going. Let's do it.
All right. Welcome everyone. We are this is our Pathfinder 2E actual play. We are currently in Sandpoint to give you a little bit of heads up. We had another guest player, Avril, with Pepper Apple Blossom. I can remember her name, who was our wonderful smelling chocolate smelling fairy, and she was flying around and she was helping out with the group. And then, while Brynn got in trouble and sent to jail for stabbing someone in a bar fight,
You're misrepresenting the facts. I just want to point that out, but I'm sorry, continue.
okay, Glasshawk had to bail her out of jail, and during that time, Aviro was sitting at the bar or sitting in the Rusty Dragon, uh,
With
reading
Pepper.
with
With
Pepper,
Pepper.
and then Pepper disappeared.
She went
And
to the powder room.
well, an hour went by, and Aviro was still reading his book, And when
It was a very interesting treatise on the transdimensional properties of the leaf-dwelling myconids. It's actually quite fascinating, and I'm really surprised that spore-based life forms don't have more transdimensional
Bryn
capabilities.
has lost
and other-
interest.
And then when Brynn came back, there was searching and there was a scuffle. And then after some investigations, it was found out that Pepper was kidnapped by the Blue Animals. And Aviro got a little bit of a message to confirm that from a sending message, uh, indicating that somebody stuck their nose where they shouldn't have been, and they're safe for right now. But a name kind of popped up that was fearsome. At which point, I believe Aviro's was like, "Why are you calling me this early?" You know,
That sounds like him.
Yep.
That's about right.
And
That
as
tracks.
you are
Correct.
talking to Sebastian at the Rusty Dragon, being informed who the name you were informed of by Vorn of the Abyss, which you found out is a very, very bad dude. As you're sitting there talking, you hear the hard steps of an automaton as Goblin and Talico walk down the steps to see the three of you talking to Sebastian. And that is where we're picking up. The floor is yours.
You said we look up and see them?
Yes, you do. Everyone sees each other.
Bryn would kind of stand up and be like, Goblin! Talico, you too. We've seen you more recently, I suppose.
A few
Hello.
weeks ago,
Come
We've,
join us. Come join us at the table here.
we'll join at the
Goblin
table and immediately order a drink.
Goblin turns into teal color. His eyes turns into teal colored. Hello, Brynn. Glastoc.
Bryn hugs Goblin and it makes like a thunk.
Goblin hacks back. And it's kind of an awkward hug. And like,
Clink, clink, clink.
Like he's not sure how he's supposed to be doing it.
yeah.
Goblin, you feel a tink, tink, tink on your shoulder.
I knew this was gonna
Oh
happen.
my god.
Tink, tink, tink,
Oh
tink, tink,
God.
tink, 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 tink.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Aviro Starborn, and I'm very curious to know how you operate.
With a lot of feelings.
Feelings.
Not unlike
Go
most
ahead.
of the rest of us at the table. Most of us.
Yes, but are you arcane at all, or are you technological?
I think I'm a little bit of both.
Can I cast Detect Magic on Goblin?
You can.
Oh my god.
And it doesn't, there's some magic stuff on him, items and things of that nature, but
There's items,
a-
but he himself is
he
not.
himself is not necessarily magical because he's an sentient entity. So, and species. So yeah, it's just normal.
Are you birthed?
Oh, Vero, you don't just ask someone if they're birthed.
How else do you find out if you don't know?
You just don't ask. You just.
What? Then how do you find out, Bryn? How do you find out?
Were you birthed?
Yes,
Bla-
I was actually.
Glastoc leans over to Talico. I'm gonna go get us drinks and just walks to the bar.
Goblin, please answer as much or as little from my friend as you like. He's very curious, and yes, this is how he greets people.
I'm sorry, Mr. Goblin. Am I? Are you offended at all? I certainly don't intend any offense. I just would like to know how you exist.
I just was made by my parents.
As all of us were, of course, made by our parents.
Yes.
And before Glastoc leaves, she's like, "One more." Like I signaled to him on the way gone.
Fascinating. Well, may I ask you some questions? Obviously not right now, as I'm getting Glastoc. You don't need to kick me. It's fine. I get it now. I understand. Oh no, Glastoc left. Bryn, you don't need to kick me. You don't need to kick me. I get it now. But I would very much love to continue this conversation later if you don't mind me taking notes and perhaps measurements.
Measurements.
Yeah. Yes. Length and such. Girth.
And I turn to Talico.
Look on Carrie's face.
These
Brynn, that's exactly the look on Bryn's face. She cannot even, she's beyond annoyed and pissed. Like, this is the other side.
Aviro, whenever we last discussed at the party and we started to get into conversations about the overlap of druidic magic and arcane magic, and that you had a theory that they are all the same, understanding that druidic magic helps channel life as well as divine energy can be used to that, I believe that Goblin is representative of how that can bring things to life, how arcane energies or whatever energies are used. Because he was created by uh uh he was created by his parents, but he is given sentience and life that is separate. So I think that's good notes to go with that, whatever journal you're tracking that theory in.
Well, that's actually very interesting because the philosopher De La Metrum does say in his treatise, alpha machine, alpha
And
plant.
as he starts talking, Taco's gonna lean over to Brandon and go, "Okay, now that he's distracted, how are you doing? How have you
I'm
been? It's
wonderful,
been a few
Talico.
weeks."
How are you? And I would give him, or remind me, is Talico's a half elf or
No,
an
he's
elf?
elf. Yeah,
Elf, full elf.
he is a full elf. He is a wood elf by stats.
I would say something cool to him in Elven, some like Elven greeting, like you and me, bud.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah, I'm sure we just kind of chat and catch up in a very pleasant manner as Aviro is educating us from elsewhere at the table.
I love that he's
I
talking and no one's listening.
I
Druids have come.
I tried to. Oh yes.
Good.
As I take a drink, I go. I had a lead and came across Goblin,
Yes.
on the oh an an undead alchemical friend of ours,
Right.
and but I have several times I've tracked that down. It seems to be a dead end. I've spent the past 2 weeks since we last met, asking around in cities and trying to find people, and every time it feels like I'm always missing him. I'm always behind where he was, or it was mistaken identity and it wasn't really him. It was just somebody else who liked to drink alchemical solutions and spit up undead or something weird. It was strange. So
I would say that I can relate, but I really can't. That's quite the trail you've been on, Teleco. What about right now? Are you still, has the trail run cold, or do we have any leads?
I don't have any leads. Don't have any leads on him right now. We've burnt up the leads that we had. Um, but we'd word of mouth had gotten around that you were here, so figured we'd come and see what was going on, if you've heard anything else.
I would say
Oh.
that Talico and Goblin, you would have been informed. Like I said, Timon notified you that the natural ones need your help, and that Rocky was involved. That he didn't get into specifics, but he said to ask about the encounter.
Oh, would Timon say Rocky or would he say?
Oh no, he would say. I'm sorry.
Standrot
He would say
No,
Von
he'd say-
Groff, and you'd say
No, he would talk about the reclaimer, wouldn't he?
the
Wouldn't he
reclaimer.
call
Yeah,
it the reclaimer?
yeah,
The
yeah,
reclaimer.
He would call it
he would
reclaimer.
he would call.
So-
He wouldn't call him Rocky.
But Talico and
Knows.
Goblin know that it's the same, that Rocky
Yeah.
Reclaimer, right?
I think
Yes.
we have changed them.
Yes.
Yes.
But there was
Yeah,
an
so we-
incident or an encounter that Timon did not get into, but he did mention that there was something that affected the group.
Yes, we do have something of a lead. Aviro and
So as you can see clearly, the way that
Aviro.
it works is that the wire connections can actually channel the physical manifestation of the arcane energies into
I
a
take
type of
both of
electricity.
Aviro's hands in my hands.
Hi.
Aviro,
Yes.
with your wonderful and photographic memory,
Yes.
I need you to relay to our two friends story about our most recent encounter, Rocky.
the most recent
but the
physical encounter?
abridged version.
The abridged version. The
The
full
physical,
dummies
the,
version.
the
of
physical
both.
encounter, or the last communication we've had with him?
Both.
Well, the last
Go.
communication we had with him was via sending note, in which I asked him, does he know where Pepper is? And he said, yes. It's very kind of him.
And the
quite
one
cordial.
before that.
The one before that is the altercation which you dragged me into, which I very much did not want to get into in the first place. That one, is that the one you're referring to?
This is Carrie not remembering. Is that the
Yes.
most recent other
Yes.
than the notes?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes.
Brynn
Fight
would
out in
kind
the
of
street
shrug.
with Tib.
Brynn would
and-
kind of shrug and she would be like, I feel like I'm helping you in the long run. So you're welcome. And yes, that one.
Yes. So we were drawn out into the street, just right out there, as we were forced into an altercation with both Rocky and a lieutenant of his, and well, some people who are very close to us. My sister and a
my uncle.
gentleman friend of Bryn's, and Glastoc's uncle, who had been mind controlled into a physical altercation, physical slash magical slash public, very public confrontation right out there.
He attacked. He and the people that were close to you attacked you.
Us, yes, or rather challenged us. It wasn't a surprise. Clearly, it wasn't a surprise, which is why I protested.
Surprise. It was a surprise that they were out there. They goaded us into a fight from right in here in the bar, and then
Yes,
we
we
went
didn't know.
out, and there they were.
We didn't know our close relations were involved.
They were disguised. And
It was difficult.
Did you win?
Define win.
Is there a winner in that
Yes.
situation?
well, none of us died, and we were able to save all of our relatives.
Everyone
and-
has recovered almost.
and
Everyone has
Rocky-
mostly recovered.
Rocky and his hobgoblin lieutenant kind of scurried off into the night, but
With minimal public damage, I might add.
Brynn would finish her drink and
Yes.
go to the bar for another drink. She's been drinking very fast and almost as though she's like hiding in her glass. And as she finishes her drink, she gets up and goes to the bar and she takes her time. The whole remembering this event is not pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, that actually sounds like a win. Helico. I'm sorry, what are your pronouns? And I asked Aviro.
He, him, thank you.
Oh.
And yours?
He, him too.
You see a quill appear in front of him as his mage hand writes on a piece of parchment. There are notes being taken.
Talaco, he wants to take measurements of me. How do I tell him no in a polite manner?
right in front of him.
Right in front of him.
Yes. With Aviro, he appreciates directness and honesty.
Here,
You simply just
Goblin.
tell him no. I'm not comfortable
Goblin.
with that.
If I may, I'll handle this for you. And Glastoc turns to Aviro, looks right into his face, and goes, "No!" And then just
Oh,
No.
Aviro pokes his finger in your mouth and prestidigitates like mouthwash in your mouth.
My God, it tastes like mint immediately.
Oh, Glastoc, really. No worries. No harm in asking.
sorry.
So anyway,
No.
to catch you guys up to where we're at. So Pepper's been taken. We have an idea. We think where she is, and we're actually going to head there and try to rescue her.
Do Dalico and Goblin know who Pepper are? Sorry,
No.
Joshua knows. Okay,
No.
who's Pepper?
And
Where is she taken from?
Well, she was taken from here.
that restroom right there? That one.
How long ago?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, Okay. Can you describe? And he pulls out like he no longer he didn't have the jacket last time that y'all saw him. He still has no jacket, just travel clothes, and a hat. And he seems to like reach behind him and as if putting like a small notebook from behind his back. He he opens up a notebook and he goes, tell us about Pepper. What does Pepper look like? What is she involved with Rocky? Was she what part of the attack? Assume not. You didn't mention her.
So Aviro launches into an exact physical description.
And Goblin is inwardly happy that he did not allow him to take measurements.
Pepper is a
She's a fairy.
fairy.
She's Fae.
Fae. Yep.
Oh,
Very.
he describes her scent as well.
Yes, she is scent. She does a lot of scents. She makes scents. She smells like chocolate and fudge and brownies.
She makes sense.
She makes yes. She makes sense.
Love it.
She makes sense. Wow.
But smelling perfumes and things like that.
A fumier.
Yes.
Talico kind of gets that look in his eyes as it looks over at Goblin for like this is a like immediately starts to go into what Goblin recognizes as like this is a job.
Oh.
And he's just like, so what do you know about the altercation? Her trail still might be fresh. Do we need to find her?
Well, there was
We very much need to
obviously,
find her.
yeah, there was some type of, well, when we say altercation, and I mean, I would assume, Jay, nothing's been like really cleaned up from that restroom. I mean, there should still be the scorch marks and
Yeah,
stuff.
actually, there has been a little cleaned up. So I mean, for the most part, it's back to being,
Usable.
usable and
I
stuff
think-
like that.
Brynn made the survival check to kind of check
Yes.
out like the tracks and shit,
Yep.
and she has made her way back to the table, and so
Yep.
Brynn would share all the information that they gleaned, like when the crime scene was fresh.
Yep.
With Delico.
And you based
Shocking
off of the
grasp like
information,
what spells were cast,
and then
yeah.
what you figured out was that the wrecking crew was most likely involved, and the
Right.
wrecking crew is an adventure group that has been around Sandpoint, got some notoriety, and then have been kind of asses and jerks, and just basically their ego has expanded beyond their capabilities because they were heroes. Kind of, they saved a few things, and they took over. They're currently living in a place outside of town, and that they took over more or less some adventuring types of things. And they're the last ones that were seen in the area, as well as kind of pretty much where they were thinking. And then there's, based off of conversations, they believe there's a rumor or there's suspicion that the wrecking crew is currently working with the Blue M's at their new place, which happened to have been a hideout for the Blue M's. So somehow things are, and this is at Thistletop, which is a mound, like a large head, stone head that has got caverns inside and a fort on top.
Like a
And you-
carved head or like a magically created head?
Like a stone statue head.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
inside it's been carved out inside for different things. There's been many adventures. It used to be a goblin fort. Like goblins tribes of goblins used to be there. Then the wrecking crew came in, took all of them out. They've established some stuff. They realized that there were some other things going around. And then eventually, a year later, the wrecking crew took it over and claimed it as their home. And then enlisted a tribe of goblins as guards. So, but there has been that you're in the information that there's maps and stuff like that somewhere and potentially in town that have accurate maps of that, because it had been investigated and explored and things of that nature. It was kind of a big thing several years ago.
So is this an adventure then?
And Brynn in her half drunk stage kind of smiles. She's like, I think it might be.
Are we leaving now, or in the morning, or what time of day is it?
I was
You want to go
super-
with us?
Talico looks at his drink and goes, I think we can at least finish and looks over at Brynn on another drink.
Yep.
Oh, this will be wonderful. You're coming with us. Oh, thank
Of
goodness.
course.
Yes,
Goblin, I'm most likely going to hide behind you because you're very large.
that sounds correct. That sounds like something.
Wonderful.
Yes. Okay.
I love this plan.
Aviro, since you have not had the pleasure of meeting Goblin in the past, where I work well in urban environments, Goblin is able to track down many things in any environment.
In any environment.
Really?
Do you still have that? Sorry, since the time you wind me
No,
stuff,
no,
do you still
no.
have that ability?
I think so. Yeah, Robo doesn't think so. Robo thinks so, but also Goblin was just saying that too.
Yeah, no. Okay, Talico's running
That's
with it. Then.
adorable.
Yeah, no, of course. He doesn't realize how good he is at certain things sometimes. But yes, we can. This sounds like good. It'll be good. And looks at Brynn and Glastoc and says it'll be good to go out and do something more than just attend a superfluous party of elbow rubbing and hobsnobbery.
Never understood the elbow rubbing. And also,
It's real
I saw
elbows.
nobody rubbing any elbows. Nothing. Or that whole entire party. Nobody
they-
did.
Do they actually? Is it a party of elbows?
I assume so. Neither did they rub them together on each other's elbows, or did they even rub their own elbows? There was nothing. I do
Brynn
not
puts her empty glass in front of Glastoc, and then it would just say, "It's your turn to get up."
Alico is really good at speaking with bees, actual bees.
And
Tell me
Goblin
more.
knows every plant there is, like every plant.
Every plant? In
Yes.
every dimension, or just in this one?
You should quiz him.
There's more dimensions than one.
Oh, yes. Oh, of course.
I'll
Multiple.
go get the drinks then.
Are you not familiar with the multidimensional aspect of reality?
I think so. I was in a place before, and now, well, 100 years passed, and that's where I lost my parents.
Yes, of course. Interdimensionality is quite confusing in that way. If you're interested, I can recommend several great treatises on the subject. If you would like to know more, of course. I don't want to force you.
I would like to know more about irrationality.
Ah, great. And suddenly a stack of books appears in front of you. Thunk.
Oh, jeez. God.
I take the first one, and I immediately read it. Oh, this is fascinating. Thank you.
I say, that's quite good. Could you do that again with a different book?
Okay. I take another book and I read it completely.
What does it look like when he reads these books?
It's
I wanna know.
basically just he grabs the book and he with like super speed or whatever just flips the pages over.
Just like, oh, cool.
And how's your recollection? Do you recall everything that you read, or is it stored somewhere?
Stored? I'm not a store.
No, you're not a store, of course not. But your memory banks, your brain, whatever it is that operates.
Oh, my mind.
General.
Yes.
Yes, of course, your mind. Do you the
It goes
information
there.
that you,
Yes.
it does, and you're able to recall at will?
Whose will?
Ah, well, your will, your wish, your whim, your desire. You can recall that at any point in time.
Oh. Yes.
Good sir, you and I are going to get along smashing. And 7 more books appear.
I kind of read almost every book and can I keep one?
Oh yes, of course. These are for you.
Oh,
All of them.
thank you.
It would have been funny if he goes, "Oh, I've read this one."
Got it.
This is just an abridged version of this other one. Just to prove
These are my duplicates. It's all right. I'm happy that they can go to a good home.
And I just put them inside a bag that I have. Actually, in my bag. It just opened like a slot. And
Like
I
a
just
Mr.
put it
Potato
in.
Head?
Yeah.
Got like a
Brilliant.
compartment?
Talico.
Is it?
Oh, so go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Talico. Do you
Mhm.
still have the diary
Yes.
with you?
Yes, it
Okay.
is in my bag of holding.
Okay. Just curious. Okay. And the evening is continuing of the rejoicing and the reunion of the group getting back together and talking about a plan. It maybe, I don't know.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Why, Jay? What is happening, Jay?
Yes, we're talking about a plan totally nonchalantly and not paying attention to our surroundings.
Mhm.
There.
Talico is fully observing his surroundings because he's in detective mode and like search mode. So whenever he brings things up or hears other people talking, um, if these, his biggest thing is just we can scout out what the outside looks like. I have several animal friends that can assist with some early scouting. Um, and also we can probably ask around and see what maps we can find. People are usually kind enough if you know how to ask in the right way.
I'll go to the Hall of Records and check and see if there's anything there.
Can I
I
go
can
with
ask
you?
around.
Of course, that would be wonderful.
Oh my god.
You do
Funny
know that
comedy.
there is a map making or a map storage area or shop, I should say. It's
Map shop.
someone's basically it is someone's house, but there's a small library, but then he deals with several of the maps and the areas and things of that nature. um he is it's number 8 in the I will pull up standpoint for you.
Say, there's no numbers on this map.
Yeah, let's see. There we go.
And my head is where the map is supposed to be.
Yeah, so
It's right about there, people.
that's right.
Yeah.
Number 8, which is Quinkle's house. He's a sage.
Oh,
And in that sage, he basically he's a human, but he's kind of engineering type. He's got a whole bunch of maps and things of that nature. He's kind of a sage. Several people come and just kind of sit and talk, and they talk about the old lighthouse and just general. There's a library. He's a cartographer as well. So
Cool. Brynn would suggest, she's like, well, there's a spot to town. I could just go ask around. Are we just like looking for information on where Pepper might be? Is that the plan?
kind of. I
No.
mean, you
Well,
kind of got an idea, but
Yeah, I thought we had already decided we were going to head towards the old hideout or
Oh,
tower or whatever it was
Thistle
that
Top,
the what's the names guys use.
the wrecking crew,
wrecking crew.
Yeah.
wrecking crew. Sorry.
Well, I could go hit up a few seedy bars on the other side of town and see if anybody knows anything about defenses, their weaknesses.
We so Talico, because I assume this, and we may not have new watchers that don't know this. He carries around a staff that has a bird on it most of the time.
Mhm.
And whenever you say that you're going to go out, Talico looks and says, "Well, you can't go alone." And he taps the staff down, and the wooden carved bird on the top takes the formation of a large of a crow.
Aviro flips out.
And like immediately like hops down and starts like eating some peanuts off of the bar or whatever.
Oh my god.
Aviro
Aviro, be still. Calm energy. Calm energy.
Is there a problem? And he lets out a and like the it immediately hops on top of his hat. Is,
Uh,
is there? You okay?
My
uh,
friend
Aviro?
Aviro is the kind of elf who is not good in nature or necessarily in urban settings, especially nature.
it's not going to peck me, is it?
Not unless you peck it first.
Okay. All right. All right.
Aviro, crows are very smart. You should like crows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Smart enough to know it tastes good on me.
Well, I'm not sure when you'll be going, Brynn.
Yeah.
But and he bobs his head a little bit and like kind of motions towards Brynn.
Mhm. And Bryn would scritch the little guy under his chin and would like kind of like point like up onto her shoulder and see if he takes the hint.
And he'll fly over.
Amazing. Perfect. And Bryn just sits there smiling. Kind of smugly at Aviro.
Goblin has a pouch, and it's very smelly. It's like tiny, but it's filled with seeds and caramel sticks and all kinds of treats for whenever he sees an animal in the wild. So he'll take what looks like a honey stick and just
Oh.
offer it to the bird, which you told me the name before, right?
Yes, but Joshua failed to take proper notes on it. So
So
To
it's
the
called
bird.
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 It is
Bird.
Bird.
It's
His
To
name
the
is Bird.
crow.
Bird's Bird.
Bird is the word.
Okay.
And fun fact, he can actually say his own name. That's how smart this crow is. He just goes Bird, Bird.
Bird.
Nice.
Awesome.
So, just to recap, so Bryn, you're gonna go to the seedy part of town again.
Yes,
To
not to that one bar, but
but
to every
you're
other
gonna
one.
do some looking up,
Not to that one bar.
not to that one bar.
For a little while.
Aviro and Goblin, you are going to the
Map maker.
map maker place. Then Talico and Glastoc, where are you going?
Well, if we already know of a map maker place, unless Glastoc, is there somewhere specific you want to go?
I mean, honestly, our best bet to get any, in my mind, our best bet to get any inside information is going to be like with Bryn talking, because these guys they're fairly well known throughout the town. So, and I'm sure that they've pissed some people off. So there's got to be somebody that's going to want to reciprocate.
Bryn
know.
saw them giving somebody shit like a shop owner, right? That's
Right,
where
yeah.
I want to go
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And didn't
you
you
know,
really Pepper saw something and saw
Yes.
it too? And then
And now
Okay.
there's only one of us left.
So
Yeah.
knowing all that, can I do a society check for understanding where the best place to get knowledge, like who would know information and
Yeah.
want to betray them?
Oh,
by all means,
that's a great
make
That's-
a
question, Joshua.
roll.
This is why we keep these guys around, because very good questions.
Okay, so with my plus, I'll just take the base because I don't want to ask questions about the modifiers. With my plus 13, that gives me an 18 total.
Okay.
Starting off strong.
You've got an idea that potentially who could have pissed them off, who they may have pissed off, based off of the shop dealers and market people and stuff like that. You've got a general idea. You'd have to do a little bit more digging and searching and
Sure.
stuff like that, but yeah, I would say yeah. So
So we never really established. Are we like resting, or is this like the
Yeah,
afternoon?
what time of day is it?
it's
we
in the
day
evening
drinking or
time.
Yeah, it's-
normal
yeah,
drinking?
we're not-
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you would have
Things-
gotten a good night's sleep if you wanted to, and started off in the morning
Okay.
at breakfast.
After breakfast.
Awesome.
So-
I
so
would
yeah,
like
sleep
to do that.
goes nice. Jeff, can you roll me a d20, please?
Sleep does not go nice for Aviro.
Leave.
I'm getting at that sense.
Any modifiers?
Nope, just a d20.
6. 6.
6. Okay.
The number of the beast.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
I don't like that yet. I don't like that.
Brynn would wake up in the morning and fix herself an Irish coffee or whatever the equivalent is in this land. And,
An elvish coffee.
Yes, an elvish coffee.
Elvish coffee. Amazing.
Amazing. And then she would hit the road. I don't know if she would wait for any of the guys to be up, but she's off.
Give me a diplomacy check,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Hey, 27.
Yeah, with the information with Talico, you find a few of the market people that have been kind of pissed off. You find out basic information that the wrecking crew used to be revered, but they've been for about the last year. Something changed, and they're just bricks.
Like they're under the influence of something.
Not necessarily under the influence of something. They've just got egoed, and I think their ego got better than them, and then they started getting in. They may have gotten in with the wrong crowd, because they suspect that something's
because
going
they're
on.
under the influence of something. No, I'm just kidding.
So one specific question Brynn
fame.
is asking is like if anybody knows about any of the defenses of, you say it's Thistletop, is that right?
Thistletop, yep. There used to be briar patches in front, but they pretty much burned all that down. So there's basically
there's a kill zone around this place.
So basically, if you take a look at Roll20, I will share what Roll20, what Thistletop looks like.
Oh, of course. You
Ah,
got to go across a bridge.
Is there a moat?
Yay.
So this is
good.
actually on the cliff face. This is the head of a monster.
You're
a
not
statue.
pinging.
There
You're
we
not
go.
pinging. There you go.
So this is an actual head, and this is set on top of a head that goes down into the water. A statue. Now this
Do the
used-
eyes?
yeah.
Is it like just the eyes are showing?
The eyes and nose.
Eyes and nose.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Brynn would kind of know from her seafaring days that places like this sometimes have like an entrance down like below
in the
like, on
water.
the rocks, like in the water. Brynn would want to ask, she would go down maybe to the docks or somewhere nearby and ask if any of the sailing types.
There is a story that with that 27, you find out that there is a watery cavern that generally, and also there's note that there's a side. If you could fly into one of the levels as well. It's marked. It's kind of concealed with vines and stuff like that. But they've heard of things leaving or seen things leaving from in and out of some of the underground levels.
Awesome.
But there's probably a watery entrance.
Can I communicate with this crow at all? Am I able to talk to the crow?
You can talk to it all day long.
Okay.
Without me there, it can't really talk back, but it can
That's
do
fine.
crow things.
Okay, it can do crow things.
Yes.
Do crow things.
If I were to give this crow
Wear
some-
white face paint with black lines.
oh my
Go.
god.
if I were to give this crow something colorful to like take to this like cavern, like to fly around to the other side or something, because so we can see it easily, Jimothy.
Timothy.
It'll be a great idea.
You also know in the past that I can communicate with it. So if you're just like, hey, go fly around this thing, whenever it comes back to me, I can ask it what it saw. It just isn't
Great.
super helpful with you without
Okay.
me.
That's fine. You know what? I'm not going to do that. We can do that later. Brynn is very proud of herself and the information that she has found, and she would kind of be walking on air on her way back to the Rusty Dragon or wherever we're at.
She's
Bravo.
walking on sunshine. Whoa.
Yeah, in Brynn's head, she making my way downtown.
Nice.
Great.
Brynn, I would say this too, is that if in your searches for like the underwater type stuff, you
Hmm.
would probably need to have some water breathing,
Oh,
somehow to water breathe for an extended period of time, either a potion and or an apparatus.
so it's not like a cavern. It's like a grease trap. You
Yep.
got to go like down and up and under.
Yep.
Okay, okay,
Mm,
Yep.
okay. Noted. So it's either fly or swim, people. You'll sink like a rock. This is the
Uh,
problem.
yes,
Got-
you can
Gotta get.
swim. It's good. You have like this because of how heavy you are. It's probably a little bit of minuses on your swimming because you'd sink a little bit more potentially.
Get you some water wingies.
okay, question.
Yes.
We're level 7, so
Yep.
we don't have access to 4th level spells, right?
Oh no, we do.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, I'm level 8.
I'm level 8 also.
What?
I am also level 8,
Jay.
and I have 4th level spells.
Did I not say you were level 8?
You said 7. No, actually, you probably did say 7.
Maybe I did say level 7.
Take
At
your
level-
4th
at
level.
level 8, you
Take your
should be
4th
able to
level
have-
spell, bud.
Yeah.
You should be
Okay.
able to-
I leveled up. Nice.
There
Yay.
you go. Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Yes, you did. I'm just a silly old dude.
No, it means you got your
So-
level on screen. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
So
So for expediency's sake, then,
Mhm.
since Brynn already asked
Mhm.
around town, can I
Mhm.
just accompany Aviro and Goblin and leave Glastoc to his own devices?
yeah. And based off of that, you find the map maker, and yeah, you with the society rolls that are earlier and stuff like that, you're able to find some relatively crude but relatively accurate maps of the Thistletop, and it is 3 levels. You have the primary level, which is the fort, and then it goes down to a secondary level where there is prison. There's what's the word I'm looking? Prison cells, as well as you've heard storage areas and a temple entrance altar, and then below that, oh, and then that's where the access for the there's an flying access. And then below that is level 3, which is there's a water entrance and some other additional uh, rooms and interesting stuff.
So when you say levels, it's going down.
Yes,
From
it's
ground
going
level.
down.
Okay. Is there anything going up?
No, because
Like,
it's
is there a tower? Is there
well, there's a structure or fort on top of the head, and then there it
Mm.
goes into
right,
Yeah.
right. So, but that's what I'm saying is so if there's a fort, there's
Yep.
obviously, is there a wall?
Yes, it's a walled.
Okay. So nothing is above the wall.
That is correct. So if you
Okay.
so there
So they don't have any aerial, like they don't have any way other than the wall. They don't have any way of being up higher to look out further.
No, there's like 2 towers. Like 2 towers in
Okay.
the corner.
So there are
of the-
two. Okay.
Yeah,
so
there are
there
2 fort towers
Okay.
that are second floors that are
Okay.
above that they can see and look down. But other than that, yeah.
Okay.
So there's a tower here and there's a tower here. Did I put that? Yeah, I did put that back.
You did.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Shit. Okay.
It's good thinking though, Jim.
It's just, yeah, because as soon as Jay said levels, I was thinking going up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, it's going down into the
so
structure.
so fun fact.
Mhm.
I have an old Middle Earth role playing game book that talks about Khazad-dûm.
Mhm.
And so it's 7 levels and what they call 7 deeps. So the levels go up, but the deeps go down. Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's neat.
yeah, so that was the way that they distinguished, so not to confuse.
Deeps.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Very cool.
So there are 3 deeps.
Okay.
Nice.
3 deeps and
Deeps.
1 level. 2 levels.
More or less.
2 levels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the structures. Oh, happy birthday there.
Why
fuck
did that?
happened
Why was
there?
there balloons?
happened?
Why did I get
Birthday.
balloons?
I just got balloons. If
You
I
got
go like
balloons.
this again, do I get balloons again?
I,
There you go.
What in the
Woohoo!
hell? What the hell is
what the heck is that?
Happy birthday.
It's not.
It's a
magic.
hand gesture. Okay, I'm using that outside of this for way too
That
much fun.
is
But
Okay.
it didn't work for
goddamn
Carrie.
delight.
She's
When
just got to
Carrie
hold
did
it
it,
there
it
for a longer period of time. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, just hold it there and leave it.
Or you don't have the
That's
I
weird.
don't have the thing turned on because I'm an adult.
I don't have a thing turned on. Do I have a thing turned on?
My thing, it's turned on by default. Mine is turned on, and it's not
Oh,
working
it's
for
turned on
me
by
to carry.
default.
So
Okay, great.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
Uh,
I get balloons.
We
So-
just learned something new.
oh, there's the
Uh,
confetti because you got two of them.
Heck. All right.
We have fun here at the Emporium.
Back to the serious
Yeah,
business
never
of finding our
Um,
fairy friend who's been kidnapped.
Yes. So yeah, you're able to find some maps, and basically you're going to be able to figure out, like I said, where things are, where from older maps and stuff like that. Some of it could be changed because it's been a year or two, but
So Jay,
Yep.
I have an ability that is just glean. So it lets me just as I scan paperwork, I basically know what it all is.
mhm.
And even if it's like encrypted, I recognize it as a cipher and have a chance to decipher it. So I go and like I just start browsing through everything and just like looking through all the maps. Do I see anything out of the ordinary or any extra stuff that maybe he's not showing us, or does he yell at me if I get too close to something as I'm
No.
okay?
Yeah, he's just, and it's going to cost you like a free silver to be able to get this stuff. So
I pay
The
it.
guest will pay for that happily.
I pay it.
yeah,
I pay it.
and no, it's he's freely sharing it, and it's as much information as people have gotten over the time, and it's kind of because there's been a few like quests or explorations in there after certain events before the wrecking crew came and took it over. People have shared, like some adventurers would go in, they had to deal with some stuff, they mapped it, they shared it, and so it's relatively not common knowledge, but again, it's one of those things where because there's been so many people going through it, there's some documentation.
What's the quality of the vellum?
Jesus Christ.
The vellum,
The parchment,
The
the
paper.
the
The
Parchment.
what,
paper.
what the map is on.
moderate.
It's moderate. All right. All right. It's acceptable.
Are we meeting up somewhere after
Yes,
we
please.
return to our assignments? As soon as, if you guys are in the bar, Brynn busts open and be like, well, you are all going to be very happy with what I have discovered. And she sits down at the table and is seemingly so eager to tell all this information that she does not even order a drink.
Oh, well, that's serious.
Yeah.
I mean, it.
Super serious.
Yes. She is very excited about all this. And she shares with like the secret maybe underwater cavern and the secret flying secret entrance and the fact that everybody's pissed off at them, and if we took them down a peg, it would be a service to the community.
And you remember Borin, the Abyss,
Borin.
which is rumored to be there,
Yes.
which is a very bad former Blue M slave lord.
He's a bad man.
So we should
Very.
all go in together, is what you're saying.
Yes, we should.
So do we fly in? Do we swim in? Do we go over the top? I don't like over the top.
I
I
vote
don't
fly.
like over the top either. What? I
I-
don't know if you've noticed this, Aviro. Nobody here has wings.
I
Except
vote-
Bird here, and she searches him under the beak again.
I can have wings, and I can give somebody else wings.
And I can cast fly.
I do. I fly.
And I look over at Glastoc and be like, well, I guess we're fucking swimming then.
No,
just
one of you I
fall.
can make fly.
And I
That's-
can cast fly on the other.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
terrific.
yeah, and actually, I wouldn't use my wing because I'm assuming we would go when it's dark.
Wait a minute, Glastoc can fly.
Yes, I can't fly.
Oh my god.
What?
Brynn would now order a drink and she'd be
Uh,
like,
You've seen his
in advance
wings.
for the help.
He's done that before. He's done it a couple of times. The problem is my wings give off a lot of light. So if we were going to do this at night, I can't.
Oh,
I can't use it.
if
But
if I give you my cloak,
no. If you can cast fly on Brynn, I actually have another spell I can use called Airwalk. So
I have that too.
We got you covered, Brynn. And he holds up his mug.
Thank you.
Come here, Brynn. Join us.
Brynn has a secret fear of heights.
Oh no.
We'll be fine. But
just stay low to the water.
Brynn, have you ever flown before? It's wonderfully fun. I'm very excited.
I'm sure it'll be wonderful.
You're going to love it. It's so freeing. You're just so high above everything, with
Yes,
everything so far.
I'm sure it'll be
below you.
wonderful.
You can
I-
see everything.
Aviro,
from
before you get her too excited about being high above everything, we do need to lean in on. We're going in under the cover of night, preferably, and to lean into Brynn's skill set of being stealthy, low to the ground, and
Yes.
coming up, not admiring the beautiful views, which we definitely should do sometime.
Yes,
Some,
right. It's
some
just-
other time.
Well, Brynn, I'm so sorry, but the flying, you're not going to be able to really tell how high you are at all. Really,
What a shame.
I'm so sorry. It won't be as good.
Of course, Aviro will have to plan another flying date.
All right, let's do
Anyway.
it again the day after. Perfect. I'll put it in our calendar. I'm gonna write it down.
Sure. Put it in ink. It's a sure thing.
Of course, it's in ink.
And-
What else is there to write with?
Graphite. Charcoal.
Yes, thank
Graphite.
you.
You
Graphite.
write with charcoal? It's so dirty.
Yes, but then you can remove it. And it works really well for coded messages as well,
Why would you want to remove what you've written down?
because there's something hidden underneath it. Or
Such
it
as?
is the hidden thing that you need to get rid of later.
Some of us make mistakes every so often.
Hmm.
Don't tell him that. He
Well,
He doesn't need to know.
you have my
He doesn't-
sympathies.
So is it like afternoon now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Are we going in tonight?
Yeah, it's
Tonight.
dinner. It's dinnerish.
Yes, tonight.
I guess I'd better get a nap in.
I suppose. Don't fall too deeply asleep now. I don't want to come and have to
Did-
wake you up. And Brynn kind of jostles the table as a message to Aviro.
Does she spill anything?
No, she makes the glasses
okay.
chatter a little bit, but no, she doesn't spill anything.
I'm going to, because it is the afternoon, I'm going to go do some additional scout. Since are we going tonight, or do we need to go tomorrow?
I think tonight. I mean, it's
I thought we had just established we're going tonight.
Perfect.
took-
Never mind.
And you can
Yeah.
spend the Palico, it's still light. You could send one of your birds there and kind of
Yep.
scout out the area.
Yep.
Um,
I will do that.
give
I will
me a
send bird.
D20, please.
send Bird on a mission.
Do you want me to
Good luck, Bird.
roll for any of Bird's skills?
Just a D20.
Okay. See if I keep rolling you today or not.
Godspeed, Bird.
That's an 8 on the D20.
Okay. Now roll me a D20 with the bird's perception check.
Okay.
You just need to know what table that he's looking at.
Where is? Oh, is perception not under skills?
No, it's
Yeah.
a new one. It's
It's above skills.
builds. It's by your
It's by
initiative.
the magnifying glass.
Well, but as for for pets, it's not set up the same.
Oh.
Oh.
Roll yours. Yeah, roll your perception.
You and Bird.
Oh no, here it is. Plus 16.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 16. That's a 32
Yeah.
for my bird.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
as you're flying around, your bird does find the covered, concealed, open area of landing area and on level 2. We need to roll. Oh, I dropped the die. Oh no! I
Oh
dropped
my
the
God.
die.
That's a nat 1 critical failure. Sorry.
Yes, immediately. Immediately.
We won.
Not a critical
Sorry.
failure. Even though,
We
We
win
won.
D&D.
yeah.
Pathfinder.
The bird gets
Rocky
noticed.
says he's sorry, and
Yeah.
he comes with flowers.
So, your bird gets shot at by some arrows, but gets missed.
Ooh.
It was
Ouch.
noticed.
Yeah, he wasn't. That's fair. He wasn't trying to be stealthy.
Mhm.
I just told him to go watch. So
Yep.
It's just a bird.
So someone noticed it, but yeah. So
Can we
If Bird
see
had
where
died, I would have quit.
Exactly.
Didn't
Can
bird
we
die?
see where did that come from?
the
with
bird-
yeah,
arrows
so
from?
the on the towers, so on the tower tops, there's some goblins with their bows. And I'll add this. In the open area, so if you're looking at Roll20, you see that there's this open area right here.
Hmm.
There is a goblin with a large vulture
Oh my god.
with a saddle on the vulture. It is an
No.
aerial bombardment. He is training the vulture to be more or less an aerial combatant.
Great.
That's amazing.
that's a brilliant idea.
I can't
Goblin.
even be pissed at it. That's incredible.
Is that like a
Goblin
courtyard?
is fascinated by the vulture.
So yeah, the goblin is training a vulture to be able to ride him into battle in the air. And you're pretty sure he's an alchemist because he's got a whole bunch of bombs on him. So he just drops bombs.
I like to imagine that once the vulture is up there, he just starts to circle, and the goblin really had bad, like buyer beware about the choice of bird.
So yeah, you're able to find that particular location, and yeah, and
Once he bombs something, the vultures like keeps going down and trying to eat it.
Yep, and he's just like, no, no, no.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jay.
that's
Continue.
fine. That's fine. I mean,
Um,
Um,
so the question is, you rest, you get what time are you thinking of going there?
How long will it take us to get there?
To fly there?
No. Because
It's
we don't want to burn spells
Yep.
to get there.
So traveling there, it's probably going to take you roughly about 4 or 5 miles.
So a couple
standpoint
hours.
so
I'm
you're
thinking we
looking at
come to. Can you guys see my ping? I'm
2,
thinking we go to this beach,
4,
Uh-huh.
and then
6. It's about
That
8
makes sense.
miles, and some of it is pretty heavy forest.
Okay,
So-
so like 3 hours.
3-4 hours.
Holy crap.
So,
So we should
I
travel
see we just head
before
out
dark.
I was gonna say we should leave in the afternoon so that we're getting to
So
Yes.
we
that
should
area after
no
dark.
naps. No naps. We should leave at like
Yes.
noon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How long does it take the bird to get there and back?
probably 2 hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
he can fly directly. He doesn't
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to,
Okay.
as the crow flies.
As the
as
crow
they
flies.
say.
So-
Ah!
Oh.
Wow.
We are Comedy Central here. Yes.
So wait, did the bird go with Brynn or did the bird go to the thing in the morning?
Bird went with Talico, and then Bird made a trip out
Yep.
to the island. I thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
So so like as we're on our travel, the bird has.
Yep.
Well, okay.
I would
Yeah,
say it's
since
around,
since we're all leaving so early,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
probably what actually happens.
I
is
would
they send the bird
probably
ahead.
say based off the timing, it's around dinner time. So it's getting close to it's not sunset yet, but it's getting relatively close. Because you had that morning and early afternoon of being able to gather the information. Finally figuring it out, you left like mid-afternoon. And so you're looking at like early evening as
Mhm.
you're kind of approaching, and the sun's going to be setting within, half hour to an hour by the time you get there, so to speak.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful, very beautiful sunset on the water.
Is there
Which
a town?
side does the sun set on?
We're gonna say the sun sets over here. This way.
Hey, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So coming in from that beach is perfect then, since we'll hit twilight.
So this
Coming in
right
low.
here, is where on the second level down is where the concealed landing pad or open area is. And then there's
Where at? Sorry, I
the
didn't.
X.
Okay.
The X.
Oh shit.
On the east side.
Well, I'll use the beach.
And then the water entrance is over here. Underground, under the water is what you found out.
Do we know, is there like a guard post at the mainland side of the bridge?
Yes.
Okay. So we should avoid that, is what you're saying.
So
The-
should we take like the long way around like the back side of the island? Is that like gonna be too far for your spells?
My spell lasts 5 minutes.
Same.
Yeah.
But
Good.
well, my shortest spell that I will use, my shortest ability that I'll use lasts for 5 minutes.
Jay, based on the scale of this map, will that be enough time for us to get around the back side of the island?
You should be able to get to the backside of the island in that amount of time. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna, if you fly to the backside of the island and you want to get to this side on the backside, it's gonna be one of those quick flies. And
Okay.
I may have you do an athletics to see how well your landing and stuff is.
Great. I think that's fair. Guys.
So go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, what do you think?
Where are we right now? We're at C8. Just gonna say it, right? Or we're going to
You're further back, actually.
So,
this place, right?
so
That's where
not
we were
we're not at the
heading.
beach.
Okay.
We're not yet at the beach.
No, you're not yet.
We're
Now,
not yet at the beach.
there's a few things I should probably have shared with you so that you have a better understanding of what you're seeing. So, right here on the map, this area, this is goblins. A tribe of goblins basically camp out here.
Oh, okay.
So this,
Oh wow.
this
That's rather
is-
important
That's kind of
information.
important to know.
Yeah. So getting closer to this, you're gonna be like further out from where, because the goblins, this is the tribe of goblins is their army that they're getting. So they live here and in
Oh.
the town.
Oh.
So let me pull up the other map again.
Alrighty.
So in here, as you can see, Thistletop is up here. You're gonna be more or
okay.
less. It's kind of on the side, and then you're gonna head over.
So then can we go to the coast to the west of all of that and then
Yeah.
take 5 minutes to then kind of fly
Oh god. Yeah.
to the north and
Yep.
west around to the east side of the
Yes.
island?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easily.
Because the bird would have told us that
Yeah,
there's this
exactly.
goblin.
Obviously.
And based off of everything else, yeah, you can plan it, get down there, plan it, and then just so
Yes. Okay.
I'm not gonna make it that difficult.
Terrific.
Did we hire a wagon or anything? Or are we walking?
I think the less conspicuous we can be,
Yeah.
the better.
Yeah.
Does that mean horses?
I think we just walk.
We just walk.
Don't you think?
As horses, we'd have to tether them somewhere, and they make
Mhm.
noise. And
As you're making your way, it's
Downtown.
I think I was.
Since Carrie said it, it's just stuck in the head
Yep.
now.
Yes.
there's some passerbys, adventurers, and some other merchants and stuff like that, because it's a main road that kind of goes up. And you're making your way, you're going, you finally get to a point where you're thinking, okay, get down to the cliffside, you make it down, starting to get that light, starting to go, yes, Aviro?
On the way, because Goblin knows all the plants, Avira was constantly asking, "What's that one? All right, what's that one? What's that one over there? What's that purple one with the fronds that stick out and the yellow? It looks like a bird's head."
Goblin actually says the what is it? The Latin name.
the
of it?
scientific names.
The scientific
name.
Oh,
name of
that's
that.
awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, so is that? I see. And he's writing. All right. How do you spell? Is that with a Y?
With an
With two
X.
I? With an X?
With an X.
So as you are making your way down the road, like I said, you're going to be passing the Shanks Woods. You know that the three, this part here, the three cormorants, they're kind of like islands that kind of fruit out. Aviro, that is where some dragons potentially live. Black dragons
So
potentially live.
if you look off to
Ooh.
your left, to the north that way, those islands that you can see out there, the three cormorants, those are known to potentially house some dragons. Fascinating little tidbit. But then what's that one with the red
Can we
spots?
go there one day? I've never
I
seen
should
a
think so.
dragon.
I should think that at one day you could go there. Absolutely. You seem
What
arty.
what type of dragons?
Black
Do
or
you know?
red?
Black and red.
Because there's also the Dragon Punch Bowl, which is way up here, which is also rumored to have a dragon.
Goblin, if we go there with black or red dragons, we should make sure that that you take a tribute or an offering.
Oh yes, the shinier the better.
Red dragons really like their shiny, but they don't like people usually. So same with black. By default, generalizations are generalizations, but definitely take a tribute.
A tribute. I would.
And some other things of note as you're making your way past this part right here, Avira, you've studied in the area. This is the original graves for some of the original Sandpoint individuals here. There's some
Boy, howdy,
mausoleums.
that's a long way away.
Yeah, there's a mausoleums. There's rumors of ghoulish activities here as well. So
Why did they bury them so far out of town?
that's not sure.
It's an
It's
hour
it's
out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an hour or two, So
Picturesque.
Well, if there was ghoulish activity at one point, perhaps they just wanted to keep them as far away as possible. Sad for your loved ones, but good for your living ones.
and as you make your way, you find your spot. You're thinking, I do need a stealth check just to get as you're getting closer. Would you like to do a collective stealth check or an individual stealth check?
Collective.
Collective.
All right. Actually, everyone give me a quick stealth check then, and then we'll basically we'll kind of like who has better ratings. So like who's got a better score and kind of average.
This isn't for the travel over. This is the
No.
travel there,
Yeah,
right?
this is kind of the travel
Okay.
there as you're getting close. Oh, please,
Shut up, Jim.
Jim.
12.
Oh, phew.
Okay.
Okay.
It was almost a 0.
Ooh.
And I say that because I
You have a
almost it
minus.
literally went to a 1 and then flipped over and I have a
Oh.
-1.
Nice. Carrie,
Yeah.
what was yours?
Well, stealthy. Oh, 26. Sorry, I
Okay.
put it in the chat.
Oh, Jeff.
My bad.
18.
Nice. Calico,
21.
21. And then Goblin.
Me. 34.
Damn.
Okay. Everyone kind
Was that
of
an oil can?
as
I was gonna say, the big
Glastoc was like
clanky
good
one,
about to
so-
step on something, Robo just kind of grabs him for a second as a little piece of, tree was like bending and just kind of comes back up without making the cracking noise.
Oh.
Glastoc's not built for stealth, let's be honest.
But
Oh,
yeah,
my goodness.
I'm gonna say everyone gets positioned and you get that flying. And are you going for that open area, that second level open? Try to get in there.
I think so. I think
I
that's
need
the plan.
athletics rolls to see
Oh,
how
why?
well you can get through the form, and I will show you.
I'm
Yes.
going to cast fly on. So for us heading
Yep.
over there,
Yeah.
I cast fly on Brynn,
Okay.
and then I pull the. No, I don't do that yet. And then I take the form of a cockroach, or of a small flying insect,
Okay.
and then I will just fly over there that way.
Okay. Got it. Brynn, you're flying. You've got
I
these.
got a 21.
You're kind of, wow, this is kind of, woo. It
Mhm.
feels natural. Like this flying thing. You're like, wow.
Awesome. I don't hate this quite so much as I
So,
thought I would.
so Jay,
Yes.
and I don't know if okay, so I'm assuming since Robo and I are using the same spell,
Yep.
which is air walk, which means basically we can walk on air like it's ground.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we're not flying. We're
So you're-
literally just walking.
Walking.
You're walking across, you're kind of running across, that type of thing.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
going to have to do a climb to get up to that area.
No, because we
It-
can
it
ascend
works
at
like
a 45
stair
degree
steps.
angle.
Yeah, it works like
Yeah.
stair steps.
So yeah,
Yeah, so-
you're able to get the, okay.
Yeah. So I guess my question is, since we have more control over our bodily
Mm-hmm.
autonomy, because to us it's just walking.
Yeah.
Do we have to make an athletics check?
No, you will not have
Okay.
to make one.
Question.
Yes,
Great
Aviro.
Not that I was worried about it, because I actually am trained in athletics,
Yeah.
but
Yes, Aviro.
Must it be athletics, and could it be substituted for acrobatics, as one does have to be lithe and
Sure.
dexterous?
Oh, live.
Sure.
Do it live.
Random fun fact: acrobatics for flight maneuvering, or sorry, maneuvering in flight is a one. It uses acrobatics for one action,
Mhm.
thanks to all
Oh, yeah.
the weird
Sure.
abilities from changing shapes.
18. Thank goodness
Yeah.
you let me use acrobatics.
Okay.
Because that was a 4.
So yeah, as you're flying, it like I said, everyone kind of makes it to that level, and there's like these vines and the growth kind of moves that can kind of move across, and as you get inside this particular area, you see that there's actually a device that will actually like part it so that things can fly in and out on a regular basis. And
Oh.
as I move and open the dun, 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 dun,
okay.
and you are now right here.
Okay. Is this so this is the same level as like the ground? This is ground level.
No,
This is the second level, like the second level down, or the first level
Deep two.
down
Deep
into the
two.
mountain. Yeah, this
Okay,
is deep.
all right.
And so it's
Okay.
a little bit above the water.
Okay.
And
Because then
because
I was confused then, because I thought we were going like in like one of the towers and then going down.
Oh no, I
So-
thought you were going into the underground area.
No. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
My feet just light up with like teal energy around it, and it looks like I'm floating a little bit when I'm
Cool.
air walking. So it's kind of like throwing air out of my feet.
He's Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.
You are.
Bryn, you come flying in. Like whenever I cast fly, it manifests as wings on you.
Wow. Cool. Okay. My wings they almost look like blue jay wings. They're blue and they're
Ah,
white and they've got like speckles.
Cool.
Except they're huge. Big enough for
Love
me.
it.
They're not actual like blue jay sized wings.
Little blue jay wings
I mean, it's magic. Whatever.
Just working hard as
flapping like this.
All right.
Yeah,
And
I
then
fly in.
I'm. How long did it take us to get across?
about 6 minutes, 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
4 minutes and 59
Roughly,
seconds.
yeah. Just roughly, yeah. And based off the map, you actually have a relatively detailed map, so you know where things are in here.
Oh yeah.
So you are able to see the map. Now,
So
something.
do we?
Yeah.
Do we think that we? So, do we think that the thing that I see on the map that our viewers at home can't see, that I think is probably the jail, is that a safe assumption that Talico would also think that's the jail? Yes.
Possibly.
Feels
Okay.
jaily.
Possibly.
He as the crow comes flying in behind all of us,
Mhm.
I in my little pest form, because I have it longer, I will start to go off of that direction. Just because I have it for another 6 minutes. So I will start to head. Oh my gosh.
Scout ahead.
Yeah. So I start to go. I actually head south.
Okay, you head south
Um,
this way. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And start scampering that way as a little pest, and the crow starts to follow me, and then I turn around and I back at it, and then it goes back to Bryn,
Okay.
Awesome.
since that was the last person I told it to go to.
Question, Jay.
Yes.
Are there torches or anything? Is this area lit?
Yes, it is actually
Okay.
lit. It is
Okay.
very lit.
That
It's
means
lit.
somebody has to come and do that. So
Mhm. Actually, it's like ever birding torches. So
okay,
yeah.
all right, that's fine.
And Calico, as you kind of get to this door, since you are a beetle, like a
Mhm.
cockroach flying, how are you getting under the door, or because the door is shut?
Well, first I'm gonna go make sure that there's nobody there, and then I'm going to
Yes.
try to go under the door.
Okay. There's no one in, and it's a storage room, and it's got some
Yeah.
stuff. And as you kind of go under the door, you're able to squeeze out under the door a little bit, and you see that small little passageway, and there's another door right there. And yeah, this is it's a dual door.
Okay, the map's right so far. Out of paranoia for time, I'm gonna scamper back to the party, and
But
then
do give me an arcane uh knowledge roll, please.
okay. My knowledge roll is that I need to go get a Vero. That's a 4.
Okay. Yeah. There's some symbols. You saw some
I need
symbols.
to go get a Vero.
Oh, can I was gonna ask, can I attempt to decipher this?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay. Okay. Um, where is
Need to go
my
get a Vero.
deciphering?
That's why we have a shirt that says Aviro explains it better.
I almost wore my limited edition
Yeah.
typoed version of that
Arivo?
shirt.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
Revo.
but I chose
For those
not
of
to.
you
I'm
who
saving
don't
it.
know.
I'm saving it for a con.
Great.
Oh, okay. Attempt to decipher writing. That is going to be a 28 to try to decipher the runes.
Yeah. As you decipher, you realize it says, just watch your step. That one got you. Trap a la mode. This area,
Okay.
this entire area is just, it's trapped.
Okay.
Oh,
Now I will go scampering back. And once I get back to them, little bug comes running up, and then immediately, as established last time, my transformations are very Animorph style of
cool.
transforming back, for that moment that I'm half roach, half elf, and
Brilliant transmutation, sir. Brilliant.
thank you. So if we head south, there's the little hallway there that was on the map. It appears to be completely trapped.
Well, that's where I come in. And Bryn would go kind of like peek down that way. And is there any way can I help out with this trap situation at all?
So, yeah, you can make your way, but I need a perception check from everyone, please.
I do have the trap finder feat, if that helps.
Nope, not yet, but I just need a
Okay, well,
perception check.
not yet, he says. Oh God.
29.
24.
24,
30.
30.
31. Yeah.
36.
We're
Yes!
both perceptive, yeah.
As
Oh, wait.
you
Wasting these good
make your
rolls now.
way, as you're making your way down this hallway, you hear a door open up here.
Shit.
Does it seem like something is coming out of it?
So as you're making your way down this way, like I said, you had just gotten to about right down in this area, and you heard this door open right here.
Hide.
Uh,
You don't hear any footsteps coming.
I immediately pull up the hood on my cloak and go invisible.
Great. That
That's
helps the
Aviro's-
rest of
that's
us.
That's Aviro's exact reaction too. Aviro's just there. He goes,
Screw you all. I'm invisible.
I need
good luck, everybody else.
What would you like to do?
Brynn would hide herself. She would kind of duck just a little farther this way and like try to get in the shadows.
Yeah. And a minute goes by and you're like, you don't hear any footsteps. You don't, yeah. No, nothing's coming.
I stealthily go, like, open the door.
This door here,
Mm.
or this door you think
This
is
door.
open. That is opened. That door is open.
It's
right
fully
now.
open.
It is fully open.
Okay, I thought it's like,
Yep. So that's the door that opened and it's fully open. And as you look down the hallway, these doors are opened and you can see the flickering of light coming from this room here.
Hmm.
Like torches and things.
there's light coming out from over there. Should we go?
I mean,
We're here for Pepper, right? Is there any other
Yeah.
reason?
right. I don't think we want to go where there's lights and torches. That means where there's torches, there's people. We want to avoid people, right?
As much as possible.
Goblin, you rolled a 36, right?
Yes.
As you're peering down that hallway, something catches your eye. There appears to be, it just briefly that you can see, you think that someone is sitting on a throne here, and it almost looks like someone's chained up next to him.
Does it look like the person we're looking for?
It looks human.
Person chained up looks human.
Yes, with short blonde hair.
I'm going to relay that to everybody. This
Oh, that
person
could be
is human.
Ren. That could be Ren.
Shit.
And then you see what looks like something sitting on this large human-ish looking person that's sitting on this throne. Something small sitting on his lap.
Oh,
About the
fuck.
size of a fairy that may have some wearing something.
And it looks like a fairy of some sort.
I look
That's-
at Glastoc and Aviro. Well,
That's them.
but what are we going to do though? Just bust in there and say,
Was
"Halt,
her friends back?
fiend"? I mean, yes.
I can go in since this is active and time is ticking on it. I can go in there as quietly as possible. Get a better view of it, of what's going on, and report back. And I'm happy to try to also discuss if I get caught. As a druid of the circle, I can give some reason or excuse for being caught.
I think
Jake-
it's reconnaissance
Jake,
is worth a
quick-
try.
Yeah, I agree. Jay, I got one quick question.
Yes.
The room that I just pinged, that's the one that has the traps in it.
This one right here.
Oh, this little hallway.
This little hallway has a whole bunch of the.
Oh yeah. See, as much as I hate to admit it, Brynn, and I have all the confidence in the world in you.
I feel like I know where this is heading. We don't want to go this way, do
We don't want to go that way.
Okay,
If it was more of a direct path,
that's fine.
I mean,
Let's
It
go.
was a more direct path to the cells, but that's not.
yeah, if they're not in the cells, there's no reason to go that way.
Mm, mm, mm.
So, I mean, we just bust in and say, "Give us our friends back."
Give me 5 minutes.
let
Okay. Okay.
Talico do his thing, and then
Okay.
we'll formulate a
Right.
plan.
And I will. Oh, go ahead.
Talico, as you're going to.
Yeah, I am going to. I am invisible.
Okay.
And for the sakes of everything, I will trigger my boots to be able to move 5 feet faster as
No
well.
worries.
Just to get in and out as
Okay.
quickly and stealthily as possible.
Give me a stealth roll.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see if something, and I will tell you exactly what you see.
Just a quick question,
Uh,
Jay. Are
yeah.
these 5-foot squares?
Yes, they're 5-foot squares.
Okay, because the measure tool says they're 2-foot squares. That's
Yeah,
why.
it's the measure tool is not up to date.
Okay, I know. I just
They're 5-foot squares.
We can
Okay.
all multiply here.
All right. That is a 21 total.
Okay. So as you fly in, as you're getting in, what you see is you see this large human male, muscular, no shirt on, very muscular, black hair, eyes are kind of reddish. His right hand looks like a giant scimitar. And sword is actually grafted to his hand. An arm, his arm and hand is literally a
Great.
sword, and he's got spikes kind of coming off. He appears to be a tiefling, but he's just sitting
Oh,
there,
good.
and he's just kind of sitting there. And on his lap, or right next to the stone, like this is a temple area, you see a fairy with slightly blackened wings, wearing
Oh.
um a shirt that has a blue M on it,
that's not.
and it's a fairy with colorish, like purplish wings, but the tips are now blackened slightly. And
Doesn't match the description of Pepper, correct?
yes, it does.
What does?
Oh no.
But she is wearing a uniform, like a slight like clothing, but it has a blue M on it now. And then to the right, hanging from a chain with the knees on, is a short 5-foot, short blonde haired female human that's like chained up from the ceiling, and she's just kind of sitting there, her head down. Her clothing is muddy, and she's just wearing something basic. And it basically, from descriptions of conversations, this is one of the whiz bangs, Ren. It appears, and she's just kind of
Is
sitting
Ren
there.
she wearing? What's she
She
wearing?
just
Nothing
she
with a
just
blue
has
M?
no armor. It's just a tunic, like a basic. You also see
Prisoner garb.
yeah, pretty much. You also see standing there a 6'4", black scaled dragon folk wearing breastplate armor and a symbol on his armor.
The blue M?
No, I'll give you
Okay.
this one. It is a symbol of Tiamat.
Well, alrighty then. I will stealthily go back to the group. And relay what I saw of there was this tiefling, and I'll use gouging claw to actually transform my arm into more of a, like, it looks more like a beetle or like a scythe that an insect would have. It was like he had this one claw like this, and then the looked like Pepper was chained up with the blue M shirt tunic
She wasn't
on.
chained up. She wasn't chained up. She was just sitting there on the
Was
Oh.
throne wearing a
With
blue
him.
M uniform.
Okay. So yeah, I share all of that.
And
I have a theory.
and the
that-
black scaled dragonborn, Aviro, Brynn, Glastoc.
I was just gonna ask.
Yes, it looks exactly like
The guy that
the,
delivered the Rocky to us.
delivered
I
Rocky to
knew
you.
it. That's just what I was gonna ask.
Yes. Same armor,
Ugh.
same thing.
So Aviro says, when you get to the Dragonborn part, he says, did he look like this? And he describes him perfectly.
Yes.
And Glastoc, that's the Dragonborn that gave us Rocky in the beginning.
Oh,
I have a theory that Pepper's been mind controlled, just like our three, my sister, your Tib, and your uncle. I think she might be mind controlled and now is on the other side. So that's a thing that we may have to deal with. That's my guess.
she's small. We can
He's
throw her in a
small.
sack. We can throw her in a sack or something and take her back to town. We can figure it out.
Do not underestimate her. I will just
She's
say
a
that.
fairy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She is a fairy.
How do we unmind control her?
That I don't know yet. Jay, can I make a roll to see if I can
Dispel magic and or yeah, there's a few cure disease maybe.
I may be able to
Restoration?
dispel I may be able to dispel the magic.
Not sure. Yeah.
I'll need to see her to
We
know.
don't even know. We don't even know for sure if she is yet. Maybe
No,
she's
but
not.
it's good to plan ahead. If she's not, hooray, then we don't have to worry about it. But if she is, that's going to be an issue.
The
But-
other. Go ahead.
Does the dragon folk also look like they're being mind controlled?
Nope. They're just they seem to be having a conversation. A normal conversation. And it's more like a messenger sharing information.
We could try to talk to them.
We could. Honestly,
It is
I
the
mean, if we're
civilized
just-
approach.
at the end of the day, if we fight anyway, I can't believe I'm saying this, but might as well try to talk first. And if they don't like it, we're in a fight anyway.
We can also try to distract them. And while they're distracted, Vero, you can unmind control them so we get more on our team.
That's good. Yes, that's good. That's good. Perhaps not everyone should make themselves known. I can't believe I'm saying this, but perhaps we should divide and conquer. A main party goes in, has
Split the party
I just
in
wait.
this
I
economy?
We're not-
I know.
We're not going to be technically split if we're in the same room.
Yes. Some hide, some do the talking. That way, if it does go poorly, then we've got a little bit of an element of surprise.
I
Brynn, how did we
volunteer-
switch places in this?
I volunteer for hiding. I will hide.
I mean,
I'll
I would also
sneak
like
up.
to hide, but
I know, but you're so good at talking.
not to scary men.
I
To scary men.
I will go and talk with you, Avero. You will know them better, and I can act as a negotiator as needed.
And Glastoc, you'll come with us too. Yes, please, Glastoc, please. And you
Goblin
can
now.
keep
Goblin
puppy
now, I
dog
can
eyes.
hide.
You notice Glastock's looking at the map. Very, very, like
He's such
Focus.
a dad on a road trip right now. It's like, we're
No, no,
lost. Shut up.
no. It's more of, since he's the one who has like, I want like army combat experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all he sees is a narrow hallway, us in a straight line. He's like trying to figure out some way of like spreading us out a little bit more.
Mhm.
Are you saying us walking in lightning bolt and fireball formation might be
Yeah, it might be
what
bad.
Jay was hoping for? That's so weird.
Yeah.
Well,
you know.
I think you should bust in and just walk up to him, and then behind you, as you start talking, Goblin and I are gonna just be like around the sides.
Yes, send the 4-foot guy in first with everybody hiding behind him. Right.
Perfect. You don't know
A
how
dwarf
stealthy we are.
and 2 elves walk in a room.
Walk in a room, yeah.
That's
Yep.
Okay.
you could always knock.
It was already open.
The problem is the doors are
Oh,
open,
they're
so
opened
walking
already.
like
They see us
walking
walking
straight,
in.
they're gonna see us walking towards them. That's problem number one.
Why don't Brynn and Robo go through the trapped area?
Well,
Ooh.
as much as I hate to admit it, that's probably our best option.
Oh, is it? Is it really?
You like my suggestion?
No.
Because-
They're both excited for different reasons.
because okay, all right. If this is the paladin that gave us Rocky's egg, he knows that Brynn, Glastoc, and Aviro are a group. All right. So if he
Mm.
doesn't see Brynn,
He'll
She's
assume
gonna-
I'm in jail somewhere.
he's gonna he might wonder what's going on. He doesn't know Talico and Goblin though. Okay.
Mm.
So
Calico and Goblin could go
should
in.
be the.
We just
hiding.
walked down the we walked down the hallway to be seen slowly.
yeah, he doesn't necessarily know who you guys are.
Okay.
So Brynn, Glastoc, and Aviro. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. Yeah, the problem is Glastoc always slows everybody down. He's best just going
You
direct.
could just say, Glastoc, just say we died. Very believable. We get ourselves into scraps all the time. And I'm kind of dumb.
You're not
Makes
you're not
sense.
dumb.
But-
You're a little hasty, but you're not dumb.
Thank you.
think-
That's
Brent-
the nicest thing anyone's ever said to
It-
me.
Aviro.
Assuming that the M's know, though, you were seen in town today. So we have to assume that the M's know that you are still alive unless you died today.
And we would be rather broken up if you had died today.
As much as I hate to admit it, our best bet is to have Brynn, Talico, and Goblin go around the sides, and Aviro and Glastoc are going to go direct.
Did you hear that?
That's terrific. What?
No one else heard that? No one
No.
else heard that.
No,
What?
Heard what?
They know we're here.
Of course
How do
they
you know that?
I was just told.
By whom?
And of
No,
course they do.
I'm
Well-
not entirely sure.
And you just see
God.
Glastoc just start walking around. At this
Glastoc, no,
point,
wait. Shit. And Brynn would just follow him, just like shrug
just
and be
Wait
like,
for
start
me.
walking around.
Wait
I,
for me.
wait, no. Before we like exit this area, Brynn would like grab Aviro and kind of push him up against a wall and just be like, "Do they know we're all here,
I
or do they
don't
just
know.
know someone's here?"
I just heard a voice in my head say, "Are you coming in?" That's all.
See, that was the whole thing. With the doors open, they know we're coming. That's
All right. Okay.
Glastoc's just going in. At this point,
I-
it's like
I'm
fuck it.
following
we're-
Glastoc,
we're-
and I got my sword out.
Yeah.
God damn
going
it!
right in.
Whole thing's in shambles. Leroy Jenkins.
that's
And as you
That's-
walk in, the black scale dragonborn that you see is verified that it is the paladin of Tiamat, that it is the guy that gave you Rocky. Kind of finishes his conversation, and he's like, "That is what I've been," and he's just like, and he basically goes, "That is what the final message. I will take my leave of you," and kind of turns around as you start walking in, and he's just gonna walk and looks at all of you and goes, "It has been a while."
it has. It's been years.
I don't think years, months, maybe.
Months. Okay, months. Okay. Well,
Well-
timey-wimey stuff, it's
I leave you.
I don't know how my actual time has passed since we first got Rocky.
he's
It's
like,
been 3 seasons, Jay.
yeah. But the Dragonborn's like, I will leave you to your quest, escapades, whatever you would like to call.
Is he walking out of the
Yeah,
room?
he's
like,
walking
past
out.
us?
I have other duties too.
That's great. Bye. I think
Yeah.
And he just walks
let him
out.
go.
And he just as he gets out of the room, he turns back and says, I wish you the best of luck. And just keeps walking out.
And
And where does he go?
is
Which
he
way does he
walking
go?
close enough to touch him?
Yeah.
Look at Jeff.
Jeff is
I'm
hiding.
going to-
Jeff is stress shrimp right now.
That's Jeff's way of hiding behind Glastoc.
Drinking. Look at him on the stream.
Yeah.
Look at him on the stream. You can only see the top of his head and his eyebrows.
As he goes by,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to reach over like just with an open palm and say, perhaps we'll see each other again, as I kind of like pat him on the back, and I'm casting sigil, which will last for a month on him.
Find that fucker.
It is a magic invisible, easily detected by detect magic. But it's invisible to the naked eye. It just goes off if anybody casts detect magic. But I cast a little sigil on him that will last for a month.
Okay.
That I
Wow.
can then track later
Okay.
Thank you.
if I ever need to.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Very great.
Do you have any Dragon X?
He kind of looks back at you for a second,
How
and he's like,
dare you?
and he just keeps walking.
Just ignores.
What a dick. Acknowledge him.
Fireball. No.
Just,
Well then. Die.
I think I've fixed Joshua. I fixed Talico's token, but I can't fix goblins just yet. So
Okay.
I'm still working on that token. You're being
Yep.
able to control that token.
I'm
yeah.
good. Yep.
But so as you kind of enter the room, you see, like I said, this. And
so
he just,
Jay,
yes.
when the Dragonborn left, which way did he go? Like, did he
he
go
went-
straight out?
No, he went to the left.
Okay, so he went this way.
Yep, he went this way.
North, Jim. That's north.
So we're in
North
this
is up.
big, long, previously a temple based
Yep.
upon what was described before.
Mhm. Yep.
Area in perfect fireball formation, just like Jay
Yep.
wants.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Um,
spread out a little bit once we get into the room.
And
you
as
know.
you kind of
We
get
are-
into the room, the guy just kind of leans over a little bit with his hand kind of on his knee, and he's just in this posture. And sitting there next to him is the fairy. It looks like Pepper, but with wearing a blue M, and her wings are slightly darkened. And yeah,
We're
and
we're here to negotiate for the release of your prisoners. Prisoner, and for Pepper to for the fairy to leave with us.
really
Yes.
interesting. Your boldness is intoxicating.
I'm Talico of the Druidic Order. It is what I do. It is not about boldness. It is simply to open negotiations. What do you want?
I should introduce myself. I am Bornin of the Abyss, former slave lord. But so that we are on equal footings. And he snaps his finger. And he looks down, and where this pepper, dark, shifts and turns into an imp.
Fuck him. God, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
And then shimmering next to Ren, as if an invisibility spell has been released, you see a chain coming down to a metal cage that's spiked, and pinned to the top and front of this cage are two wings, two fairy wings.
Oh.
And hanging down where this cage is, there's a chain.
Oh,
And hanging up with her hands behind her back, chained here,
oh my
tilting
God.
like this, and just kind of in midair is Pepper with
Are you
no
saying her
wings.
wing?
Her
Like
wings have been
pinned to
taken
the
off and
fucking.
stapled to the
Oh
top
my
of the cage.
God.
Does she know?
Do you think, bro?
Does
It's
Averill
like
know?
if you were missing your arms.
Does Averill know? Does
Oh,
Averill know?
He's
oh.
the one that told me.
Oh my God, Averill.
Uh,
God damn. Okay. I've got to chat with her later. Bitch,
Yeah.
what happened? Okay.
God,
All right.
she got dark.
Jesus, fucking Averill took it down there.
What do
So
you
upon
do?
seeing,
And he just kind of
upon
sits
seeing
back
this
and
scene,
he's like, oh, these prisoners or guests, I should say.
Brynn freaking like drops, like her knees are bent now, and she's like up on her toes, and she's like, "My friend is much more measured than I will be. We have come to negotiate their release. You have something that belongs to us. You will let them go. How's that for a negotiation?"
Huh. What do you offer in return?
You get to walk out of here with your head.
Many have said that. Still here.
And
You are a
and you can
slave
tell
lord.
Brynn is just pissed. Like yeah, it's bad.
If you're a slave lord of the abyss, what is it that you want? We cannot open negotiations if we don't know who you are or what you
Instead of born
want.
in of the abyss, I just a simple blue elf. I've been informed that your group is intact. Although I'm curious on how well you've prepared. What offers do you have for me to let your guests leave unharmed anymore and let you leave unharmed? Impress me with your negotiations.
We offer a broad range of knowledge and information, which in any
Hmm.
civilized society is worth its own weight in gold. Be it knowledge of people, be it knowledge of plants, be it knowledge of the great arcane and the multiverse. And I will roll I'll go ahead and use
Diplomacy.
diplomacy for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a talent that lets me use diplomacy or society.
Oh.
But it doesn't matter because I'm an expert. I'm trained in highly trained in
Yep.
both. So um that's not as good as I would like. 17.
Interesting. I heard a rumor. And he looks at the three of you. There's a rumor there. We're back in time. You talk about knowledge. What do you know of dimensions and time? Natural ones. I'm curious. What stories do you?
Brynn glances over at Aviro like it is his time to fucking shine.
What?
Tell him everything you know about
If
dimensions
we
and
if
time.
we tell you this, well, sorry, Brent's saying this on the side. Talika
Mhm.
will say something out loud.
Mhm.
Uh Talika goes, if we share this with you, then you will return them without further harm to us to leave safely. Correct? Is that the agreement?
Not quite. Who are you? As he's looking at Robo. I have never met one of you before. Are you an actual forge?
Yes.
Intriguing. Do you feel pain like everyone?
Yes.
Do you feel
Yes.
I am now intrigued. How is your constitution?
+3. No.
Funny you should ask. If I had to put a number on it.
I don't know, but I am very resilient. I made this
What
body very resilient.
would you an offer, a counter offer? The being, and your name again is
Goblin.
Goblin. Goblin, I invite you to stay with me for a few weeks while I re-examine your pain threshold. And I will let the other ones leave. I'm most
You-
curious.
Would you let the other everybody else go?
Yes, I would.
Deal.
Goblin, no.
Nope.
Don't.
Absolutely not.
This
Tiefling, that's enough.
this is something that I want to do.
Well, I am very intrigued. You. Oh, wow. You are the first to ever accept something like this.
He's going to bring you to death
I
repeatedly,
said
Robo,
death.
or Goblin.
I already died before.
I would bring
Brynn
him
look-
back.
Brynn would look
That
over and
makes
say,
it worse.
There's nothing even saying he would let you go. His kind, they go back on deals all the time.
Then I'll go back on my deal.
What if we draw up a contract?
Hmm. Interesting.
We could draw up a
Interesting.
contract and all parties agree and sign.
Answer me this. If you were allowed to leave with your friends, my guests, what would you do once you return to Sandpoint? What would you do about this place? What would you say about
I venture to say that such is irrelevant due to the nature of the current agreement, and we would require more from you as well. Should this type of language be inserted into the contract?
A stupid question.
No, stupid question. Go ahead.
So this guy, he's obviously one of the members of this adventuring group.
No, so this is
Okay.
yeah, no, he is not a wrecking crew. No, he is
Okay. So
he is a
is
blue
not a
M. He's
member
like a
of the
lieutenant
okay.
in the blue M's.
Okay. All right. So he's not a member of the Wrecking.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Wrecking crew is probably upstairs somewhere.
Probably. Okay.
And they've been working together with them now for, who knows? Because this was a blue M outpost at one point.
Glastoc word. He's gonna say, no deal, give us our friends or die. And I'm gonna try to intimidate him.
Oh,
Brynn is so proud of you.
oh. And he looks over at Pepper and with the blade kind of just twirls her as she's just as she's chained and he just gets twirled. He just kind of moves the blade a little bit so it catches her leg as she just kind of twirls around in a circle, being chained from the thing. And it's like, oh, I'm so intrigued.
Okay.
When as he's doing the intimidation,
Wait. I rolled my intimidation.
Yes.
Son
Nat
of a
20
bitch. Oh my
for a
God. He's so
33.
scared. Shut the fuck up. Shut
What
I'm
does
gonna-
this look like that you were doing?
I'm gonna screenshot this because this couldn't have happened at a better time.
So
Yes.
proud of
What
you.
are you trying to demoralize him or intimidate him with?
Add it to the list, by the way.
Just-
Add it
yeah.
to the list.
Just, I mean, exactly what Glastoc said. Release our friends or die. I mean, there's no.
And as
Does he glow at all with
as
magic?
he's twirling her, you say that, and he just kind of gets in this, and his eyes turn red with flames, and you can see a little bit of some more redness, a little bit like fires, and that is where we're going to pause for the next episode,
Oh.
where
God.
initiative may or may not be rolled.
Oh,
I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you, Jim.
We will be
My
picking
God.
this
Jim.
up.
I just put the roll in chat. So you
Nice.
guys can
We will
see.
be picking this up on the
Wow.
17th in 2 weeks, on the 17th of April, and we will see what the conclusion of this dramatic moment is going to do. Can
Wow.
Glastoc intimidate a demon lord or
I don't give a
up?
shit at this point.
I'm so proud of you. I give a shit. I want you to goad this fucker into a fight.
Oh, this is so much. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. Please enjoy. Let us go around and share with us who you are, where can we find you, and all that other good stuff. Jeff, please, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much. This was wonderful. Joshua, Robo Goblin, thank you so much for being here. This was excellent. I'm so glad I actually got to play with all of you for the very first time. This is great. You can find me at home doing homework. That's what you can find me doing.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Robo, thank you so much for coming back and joining us. It has been a pleasure. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very angry at this person, but I had fun, and this was really, really cool. And thank you, everybody, for having me again.
Heck yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Joshua, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I first off, I thank you for having me back. And I love playing. I love playing with the natural ones. Robo is still one of my favorite of just all time, and so I'm so glad to get to be here with that. But yeah, I'm doing well. You can find me. Are we doing the whole plug thing?
Sure,
Find me on
yeah.
the social. Okay.
I just don't have
Uh,
anything to plug.
I know. I usually Robo has
I
stuff
just
to
don't
plug,
have
but I
anything
just
to
want to make
plug.
sure.
Do you have
Oh my god.
No, I'm good. Go, Josh.
So you can find me on some socials as JRalTech and others as Gen2 Penguin. I stream here on Twitch every Friday. I do horror games, usually Phasmophobia with friends because I like Ghost. Apparently, that's my thing. July. Wow. Yeah. So July 20th, I also host a little event that I did not name, but after 4 years, I leaned into it called JoshCon. That's in Northwestern Arkansas. If you're interested, you can find tickets. You can buy tickets. I'm gonna plug my own shop
Yep.
without permission.
Nice.
You can buy a ticket to be able to attend it at the shop, as well as JoshCon swag from last year and this year. And so it's just a giant epic D&D thing. Everybody starts in the same town, and the final encounter is always in the same town, but all 7 tables are very different adventures, and all of them culminate into the same thing, and it is chaos and wonderful fun. So yeah, if you're interested, reach out, let me know.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Joshua. Jim, how you doing?
I'm really happy that I managed to pull almost, well, we'll see if I pull this off or not. So I'm
Yep.
Jim Hawkmere1 on Twitter, and you can find me here on every other Wednesday night. So yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Hey, how's
Hello.
Harry doing?
Oh, doing great. That was a heck of a session. It's great to have Robo and Josh back. I love you guys. It's so fun to have you guys. And of course I love Jim and Jeff as well. Um you can find me on Monday nights. We play Scribes and Scrolls over on Mini Terrain Domain. That is another Pathfinder 2e game. You can find me obviously here on select Wednesday nights. On Thursday nights on Mini Terrain Domain, we play Kids on Bikes, which is something just totally different, and that's always a good time. Sometimes on Thursday nights, kind of at the same time, you can find me on another channel called Dice Tales Live, and we play D&D and Pathfinder and several other things. Yeah, I'm everywhere. It's a blast and a half, always.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Jay, also known as Neopet3 in the socials. You can find me here Wednesdays, first and third Wednesdays of the month for natural ones. And then the first Saturday of the month, which will be this Saturday, the 6th, we are doing our Shadowport Avengers Mercenary Tales, our new mini series or campaign series that we're running for this year with a wonderful cast. And then on Sunday, we will be filling it out with Shadowport Adventures Luck of the Draw, some new episodes that will be dropping at that moment. Some pre-recorded stuff there. We want to thank our affiliates of Talon and Claw and Smuggler's Coffee, which again, wonderful friends. We were able to see some of them at conventions last week, as well as in the future, we'll be able to see them. Don't forget Dragon Daddy as a coupon, or as a not coupon, as
Discount
a
code.
there you go. That's the code to get 10% off on anything from Talon and Claw. And yeah, so we've got a few things that we've got coming up in the future. And but we are looking forward to seeing how evil the GM will be in the coming days. Because, yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us. We love being here. We love doing this. And again, we will say goodbye in our normal, traditional way here at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. Please be kind and don't be a jerk. Take care, everyone.